Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Fifi and Gigi's Tarot reading. Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. So, Sagittarius, we're going to be looking at your personal messages. Let's get started. Let's first start off with the Oracle cards, and then we'll be moving on to the Tarot. So, what are your personal message, love, and anything else in between? Interesting. So, we have the community card. If you really look at this card here, like we've got, people here having fun, socializing. Look at this card as the Three of Cups. Where you live, the community, the people you interact with. Think about your environment, actually. Are you happy within your environment? Or do you want to change communities? Or do you want to explore more regarding your community? This is definitely a card to think about whether you wish to explore more your community or move to a different place here. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Let's start off first with the Marfiti Tarot. What does Sagittarius need to know, please? What are Sagittarius' personal tarot messages? Interesting that the Temperance card wants to jump out. This is also represented by Sagittarius energy. Now, we are moving close towards Sagittarius energy in a couple of days. The Temperance is all about balance here, finding the right balance here, not feeling overwhelmed, letting go of any addictions, behaviors, habits. Now's the time to make changes right now. Not later on, not in the new year. Now is the time to make the right necessary changes for you to bring balance back into your life. Sagittarius, let's cut the cards for you. Behind the deck, what do we have? Okay, so we do have the Five of Cups, Temperance, and also the Knight of Wands. There's definitely an opportunity that's going to come your way. But Sagittarius, if you don't take this opportunity, you may just regret it. Now, the Five of Cups, that's the kind of regret, shame. We're wishing we could have done things a little bit differently in the past. This is why you need to rebalance yourself. Let go of certain emotions that are just not serving you because there are changes coming here. There's changes, opportunities, transition coming your way. The Knight of Wands always suggests we've got to make that decision here. Whatever is coming your way, go for it. Be patient with yourself. It's going to be okay. Healing will come. But it's also good to lift your head up, look around you, within your community, or it could be somewhere else. Change is coming, opportunities are coming your way. You just got to take it. Not dwell so much what once was too. It's time to look more in the present, live in the present, because there are opportunities coming your way, Sagittarius. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, Sagittarius, your personal messages. Okay, so we've got the King and the Queen of Swords. And also the Magician here. Interesting. So the King and the Queen of Swords. One has the samurai sword pointing down, the other samurai sword is pointing up. I would definitely say here, it's always good to think before you speak. I have a feeling that some of you at the moment are freshly separated, broken up, divorced even, because usually the king or the queen are divorced, separated, been single for a while. You may be coming into a blended relationship at the moment. You may be getting introduced into a blended relationship. Someone that may already have children, someone that has been divorced before. Is this a good combination? Yes, absolutely. To see the king and the queen, this is showing me already that you yourself, Sagittarius, and whoever is coming into your life or whoever you are dealing with, This is showing that both of you have gone through a lot in life, but yet both of you still show up. Both of you still come and face a day. Both of you still just show up. You have a very stoic appearance, which means that, you've gone through a lot, but you still show a very brave face because you don't give up on love. You're not allowed to give up on love. Sagittarius, you're not allowed to give up on yourself. That's a big no-no. You can have a tantrum. You can get angry with the world. You can get angry with life. It's okay. You're not allowed to give up. This is why you have the Magician. The Magician is represented by Gemini energy. It is the card of manifestation. To be a magician, one must always be, of course, original. You have all the tools and the resources, Sagittarius. This card is reminding you, you've got everything to make this work. You have everything in your power to make this relationship work. So communication is going to be very, very important between you and this person. Think of that. Communication is key. Be honest. Speak from your heart. Speak your own truth. Very, very important. Now, the Magician can also suggest meeting the one or already being with the one, especially in the Magician, because if a Magician makes an appearance in a love spread, it can also show that this is it. This is the person that you're supposed to meet and be with in this lifetime. And everything has fallen into place or will fall into place with you, Sagittarius. Also have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles shows that this relationship, we all know that, especially this Knight is considered the most reliable Knight. It's about changes, offers, transitions. But I feel like this relationship will also go quite slow. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. There's no reason to rush. There's no reason to force things to happen. No, on the contrary, yes, it will be slow, but it's something that you really want. It makes the relationship more steady, and you also start to create a very, very strong foundation between the both of you. So again, one of the main things I'm picking up that either you're divorced, Sagittarius, or your person is separated, divorced, is a reason why both of you are together. What do we have? Also have the Three of Wands. Something big is on its way to you. Something big. No more waiting, no more delays. Now for singles, this could be this person that's coming towards you. So there's going to be communication. You have to take action because it's a wand. Wands is all about taking action, and that this opportunity comes, this person comes to us, we have to take action. For those who are attached already, this is showing that something huge is coming. Your person may be communicating something big towards you. And then finally, what do we have? We also have the Death card. The Death card is showing transitions, rebirth. Your old self needs to, in other words, I don't use the word die. Your old self needs to go for your new self to reemerge. Think about a butterfly or a caterpillar. A caterpillar morphs into a butterfly. It goes through a transition. This is exactly that. So think about the Death card like that, where we're going towards a transition. Something has to end for something new to begin. That could be letting go of, and this could resonate, letting go of this, the card of regret, feeling sorry for yourself. It needs to die. We need to let that go, Sagittarius, because you do have fantastic cards. These are really, really good cards. This is really showing me that even you, Sagittarius, you may have a very high position too. You may have something, when I say a high position, something in your career where you have a lot of responsibilities. You also have power, but you also don't abuse your power. It's something that you're very, very responsible, very humble, very down to earth too. So let's clarify. Let's understand the situation even further. So just a reminder, Sagittarius, that I am open for personal tarot readings. If you have a question or concern and you want a bit of clarity, you want guidance, of course, you can send me your questions through the links down below in the description box. Our Master Tarot course is also available at a discount. So if you still want to learn tarot, you want to learn how to read for yourself or for loved ones, especially in areas of love, career, and money, our course will teach you just that. And our love guide is also available. We teach you everything regarding love, doing love tarot for yourself or for others too. check it out. All our products, all our information is down below in the description box. Okay. Okay, let's cut the cards. Oh, Three of Cups. There we go. At the beginning of this reading, I said, think of this card as the Three of Cups. So, it could be your own community or another community that you wish to explore, that you wish to go to. Yes, do it. Absolutely, yes. Because you're going to be thinking about it. You're going to be contemplating. Go for it. Three of Cups is a kind of socializing, having fun, being surrounded by really good people. Queen of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Fantastic. The fact that we have the Ace of Swords shows that mental clarity, but not without its consequences, not without its challenges. You know, sometimes with the Ace of Swords, we may be going through moments of crisis, but the Ace of Swords gives us ideas how to go around certain challenges, certain problems, how to navigate. You know, the feedback that we are receiving, we may consider as a challenge or a problem. This card gives us the opportunity to really think outside the box. Like, oh, I know what to do now. You know, always reconnect with the subconscious. By doing that, you start to learn. You start to say, okay, this isn't such a big deal. I know how to work this out. I know how to do this. So don't ignore messages that come to you that are being downloaded to you, Sagittarius, because I love the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords means that you're moving away from any letdowns, any problems, when we're feeling down, we're not feeling ourselves. We're moving away from that energy. The Magician, look at this. The world is your oyster, Sagittarius. So you're starting to end a cycle in your life. Especially for those, and remember at the start of the reading, I said, I feel like for some of you have recently gone through a divorce, a breakup, separation. You're coming towards the end of that. The world is showing you're coming full circle. You're ready to start the next phase of your life. You're ready. That next phase of life, you're going to bring with you the knowledge, the experience, the wisdom. You know, just because some of you have gone through a divorce or gone through a separation, is that the end of your life? No, it's not. On the contrary, it's just beginning. Your life is meant to be full of adventure, full of surprises here. And you're ready to do that just now. You're ready because you've got the card of manifestation. You know, you've got two major arcanas. Your spirit team are taking care of things. You may not see it. You may not see what's happening in the background, but they are. This is the card of manifestation. You know, if you want love, yes, picture that in your head. And the universe will start to download messages to you. So we also have the Tower. The Tower is Scorpio energy. There will be surprises coming your way. Shocks, shocking surprises, a transition, something life-changing will come. Now, the Tower is not always a deal breaker. It's not. There will be two Knights, though. You've got two Knights here. So for those who are single, especially for those who are single, definitely two Knights are coming your way. For one of them, you're going to know, not this one. For the other, you're going to say yes. For those who are attached, there will be changes and opportunities coming your way. You know, there may be shocking surprises. There may be other surprises in the sense, like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. So it's all about exploring your options and ideas here. You know, sometimes even at the Tower, sometimes we may receive certain news that we're just not ready for it. So it's a bit of a shock. 7 of Cups. It's all about choices and options here. Choices and options. Something big comes, and it's closely related to the Tower, that big surprise. So we're going to be considering what are our choices, what are our options here. I believe something amazing is coming your way. You have to remember, Sagittarius, that This is the opportunity. We're dwelling on the past. We're dwelling. Take this opportunity, because if you don't take it, you'll just regret it. You will regret it, please. So any opportunities that come your way, and because it's on this row, it's referring to these nights that are coming your way. Don't ignore it. Take this opportunity, because your old self needs to die. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is not a card of, it's a card of inaction. That needs to change. We need to take action. That's why you've got the Three of Wands. Something big comes your way, we've got to take action. We cannot ignore it. Even if we are feeling down, we're feeling like, oh, I'm not feeling it, can't be bothered. No, we have to remove that. These cards are giving you a heads up, especially with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the card of, intuition. It's a card of inaction. Nothing's happening. That needs to change. That needs to go away. So we need to take action. We need to take action, Sagittarius. That's why you've got the Knight of Wands. That is you. Don't second guess. Don't overanalyze. Take action here. So especially for those who are single, divorced, separated, and you're wondering, oh my God, I'm going with someone else that's currently divorced. Is this good for me? I don't know. It is good. We can't over question it or over analyze it too much. We just got to trust it. You have a history, Sagittarius. This person also has a history. It's okay to trust again. You've got really, really good cards. In fact, Sagittarius, if you were getting a lot of swords, if you were getting a lot of challenging major arcanas, I would say, you know what? Lay low for the next couple of weeks, because this is not going to work out. On the contrary, I feel that your old self, Sagittarius, you need to let it go. You need to let it go and start to move forward, because there's something about your past. And again, it could be certain relationships that haven't worked out, and you're mourning, you're grieving about that. I understand. There is love for you. There's going to be a reason for you to smile, to trust, and to love again. There is. Because that is going to bring you the Ten of Pentacles, your ultimate dream life, your happily ever after. This brings stability. This brings abundance. This brings joy, happiness. This is going to change your life. And it's something either within your community or another community. Don't ignore the signs that you get, ideas, even subtle ideas that come to you. Don't ignore them. It leads to something else. It's like, a little pebble leads to another one and another one and another one. A community where you find love, where you find the right people, you find your tribe here, people that you can trust. Well, Sagittarius, you've got fantastic cards. So please remember, for those especially that have just had an end in a relationship, and the Death card is kind of like telling you that it had to end. You probably were not ready for it, but it's necessary for you to end that cycle in your life and start the next phase of your life with the world. I feel like there's a majority of you that are watching this have gone through a breakup, divorce, separation, all of that. But it's ended for you to meet something more. It's there for you to meet the right person. It's going to lead to happiness. It's going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles. You will be able to trust again, Sagittarius, and love again. Thank you, Sagittarius. Have a wonderful day. And of course, power to you. Bye for now.